You spray your fragrance in the morning, walk out the door, and by lunchtime it's completely gone. The real bummer? You spent good money on that bottle and nobody noticed. Most men assume the fragrance is the problem. Weak batch, bad performance, cheap formula, wrong concentration. Usually, it's not. Most of the time, the fragrance is fine. The routine is the problem. This video is the routine. Skin prep, application, choosing the right fragrance for the job, a few tricks that genuinely work, and the mistakes quietly destroying your longevity without you realizing it. Also, none of this works if you haven't showered. That's not fragrance advice. That's just making sure it isn't fighting for its life. So let's start where most of this actually begins. Your skin. Fragrance molecules need moisture to hold on to. On dry skin, which is most people most of the time, they sit on the surface and evaporate fast, sometimes within the hour. Take two people, same fragrance, same number of sprays. One moisturizes, one doesn't. The first person gets 8 hours, the second gets 3. That's not luck or body chemistry, that's just physics. Dry skin is fragrance's worst enemy, and the fix is genuinely boring. Unscented moisturizer. That's it. Apply it to the areas you're going to spray, give it about a minute to settle, then spray your fragrance on top. Not some overpriced fragrance-enhancing molecular body cream, just basic unscented lotion from literally almost anywhere. The number of people spending hundreds on fragrance while skipping this step is honestly a little concerning. Your fragrance can't last on skin that won't hold it, and 1 minute of moisturizer changes that. Okay, so skin prepped. Now where you spray matters more than most people think, and one thing almost everyone does is actively making it worse. Pulse points are the most talked about, and they work because blood vessels sit closer to the skin there. More warmth, and warmth helps project fragrance. That's the logic. But not all pulse points are equally useful. Wrists are convenient, but they're also constantly being washed, rubbed, bumped into desks, sleeves, exposed to friction. Great for convenience, terrible for longevity. The 3 best zones: chest, back of the neck, inner elbows. Warm, protected, less friction, less chaos. 1 spray each and you're already in a much better position. Also, stop rubbing your wrists together after you spray. I know, almost everyone does it. But that little automatic move is basically you attacking your own fragrance for no reason. Rubbing creates friction and heat, which disrupts the opening notes before they've even had a chance to develop properly. Spray, leave it alone, continue living your life. That's it. And one more thing, fabric. Fabric actually holds scent longer than skin in a lot of cases. A light spray on your collar, shirt, or jacket can keep fragrance around for hours, often far longer than skin alone. The trade-off is simple. It won't develop quite the same way it does on skin, but it absolutely helps with longevity. Just be sensible about it. Light spray, not full chemical warfare. And here's the honest part. Some fragrances are simply not built to last all day, and no amount of technique will change that. Fresh fragrances, citrus, aquatic, light green, are built on smaller, more volatile molecules. Bergamot, lemon, grapefruit. These molecules are small and light. They evaporate quickly. That's not a flaw, it's literally what makes them smell fresh and clean. Expecting a citrus fragrance to last 10 hours is like blaming a salad for not being a full meal. On the other side, oriental fragrances, ambers, oud, heavy woods, built on large, dense molecules. Vanilla, sandalwood, amber, musk. They evaporate slowly, 8, 10, sometimes 12 hours. Concentration matters too. EDT has around 5 to 15% fragrance oil. EDP is 15 to 20%. Extrait is 20 to 40. Generally, higher concentration means longer performance, but fragrance family often matters even more. A light EDT in an oriental family will often outlast a heavy EDP in a citrus one. Know what you're wearing. Match your expectations to the fragrance instead of being emotionally devastated when your summer citrus isn't performing like medieval armor. Okay, so once the basics are right, here are a few extra tricks that genuinely make a difference. First, the Vaseline trick. Yes, it sounds slightly ridiculous. Do it anyway. A small amount of plain petroleum jelly on your pulse points before you spray creates a surface that holds fragrance longer, slows down evaporation. Same principle as moisturizer, but more effective. Does it feel slightly odd? Yes. Does it work? Also yes. Save it for when it matters. Second, the travel atomizer. Fill a small travel spray and keep it in your pocket. You can easily get one on Amazon. Reapply midday or whenever needed. Fresh fragrances especially need this. One quick spray in the afternoon and you're back to full performance. It takes 5 seconds. Third, layering. If your fragrance has a matching shower gel, body wash, or lotion, use it. 3 layers of the same scent adds 2 to 3 hours of longevity. The scent builds into your skin rather than sitting on top of it. No matching products? Fine. Just use unscented everything and let the fragrance be the only scent. Now, here's what might be quietly ruining all of it. 1. Your bathroom. Heat, humidity, and light slowly break down fragrance over time. The bathroom generates all 3 every single day. Move your fragrances to a bedroom drawer or shelf. Cool, dark, dry. This isn't being obsessive. It's just not slowly cooking something you paid good money for. 2. Competing scents. If your deodorant is aggressively scented, your body wash smells like a tropical identity crisis, and your fragrance is trying to do something refined on top of that, you do not smell layered. You smell confused. Too many products fighting for attention can completely distort your fragrance. This is why unscented or at least neutral usually wins. 3. Overspraying to compensate. If it fades fast, the answer isn't more sprays. You'll smell overwhelming for an hour, then crash to nothing, which is worse than fading slowly. Fix the skin, fix the application. The fragrance doesn't need more of itself. It needs better conditions to work in. So that's the system. Moisturize first, apply properly, stop attacking your own fragrance, store it like it wasn't found in a sauna, and actually match the fragrance to the job. But if you only change one thing after this video, moisturize before you spray. Seriously, that one step alone can add hours to almost any fragrance you already own. Also, full fragrance spreadsheet is in the description. Every category, all the picks, everything organized properly, so you don't have to spend 3 hours researching like a confused detective. And if you're still here, subscribe, because most men are still spraying and hoping. This channel is for the ones who actually want it to work.